Well, so listen, on February 10th, we move along a mere 8 days after the WCW executive stripped Watts of the majority of his power. He resigns from WCW as vice president of wrestling operations. And Watts would contend that this was because he could not work with Bill Shaw. You're familiar with Bill Shaw. And while that might be true that Shaw and Watts could not work together, the tipping point came when Hank Aaron, who worked as an executive for the Atlanta Braves, who also owned by Ted Turner, showed TBS president Terry McGurk the things that Watts said during a 1991 interview in the Pro Wrestling Torch after receiving a fax of the manuscript from Mark Madden on February 9th asking for a comment. And there's comments. If you want to look it up, you have more than you can do whatever you want to look up those comments. Arn and I talked pre-recording. I am not going to read those comments here on the show that Watts made from in 1991, but they are completely and utterly out of line, racial, and just just not appropriate. And for anyone that wants to, again, look it up, it was the tipping point. Watts was gone, and it's actually for the better. And speaking for Arn, myself, our entire team, in no way, shape, or form do we support or condone comments, sentiments that Bill Watts says. But Arn, this was the nail in the coffin for Bill Watts here in WCW.
Well, I wouldn't suggest anybody go back and look at it unless you're planning on being nauseous, and that's okay, because it's the only way you're going to feel once you hear about all of it. And it was just one of those, again, it was one of those things that it's a what if. He committed suicide, career suicide as far
Absolutely.
as that company is concerned, and so things got better.